All right, we're talking lifters, push rod tubes, or push rods and
Push rods.
push rods.
Push rods. When you get them cleaned up, it's a real good idea to give them an inspection. And you might want to do to begin with on all of them is give them a twist. Are they straight? That one's straight. This one is not. I don't know if you can see that it's bent.
That's pretty noticeable, yeah.
Yeah. Just pretty noticeable.
And then if they're worn,
Yeah, if they're worn, you'll see a lot of debris. It's like the ends of the
rockers.
rockers. If they're crappy and got holes in it, shit, throw it away.
So we went through.
Through 12.
Gary went through all 12 of them. There's only 2 good ones.
That I'd say will run again.
Run again.
Yeah.
So we're just getting new ones and throw these 2 on the shelf for just in case spares
Right.
on that.
Okay, I went through all of these, and all of these are in good shape where they go through the part that goes on the head that these ride back and forth in. So I got to find the crooked one. And there it is. So this one's bad. Come out of that engine. This one's good. Well, this has got some crap on it, but I might be able to get it off. We'll save it and see. Get the shiny spot out on the end here, because that's what you look at first. The other thing that you're looking for is the hole that sticks, the hole that comes up. You have a hole in the end that the oil's inside of where the hole goes on the rocker. The other hole here squirts oil through here, through this hole that goes down in the rocker ball.
Tiny little one there, yeah.
Yeah, it is tiny too. But a little bit of lubrication goes a long way. What I like to do is put in the grooved rocker balls from Clark's. Whoever came up with that idea, pretty dang cool.
It just holds a little more oil on it, right?
Right. Took the engine block in yesterday and cleaned it. It had some debris on it from what looked like to be concrete crap on it. So I throwed it in the bead blaster and got all that crap off from the engine block itself. A lot of people say, yeah, don't throw the engine block into bead blast. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But when you're trying to make them look good and try to make them nice and clean on the inside and on the outside, bead blast them, wash it, blow it off dry. Rewash, and as you're blowing out the holes, check and look for debris that comes out of the holes. So far I've done half of this block, running a tap through the holes, which I haven't gotten 100% of them done, but I run a tap through them with some WD-40 to give it a little bit of lubrication. That makes it cutting the tapping the threads in the block a whole lot nicer.
Now you
Also changed out the head studs because one of the head nuts rounded off and you couldn't get it off to remove the head. So we cut it. I took the head studs out of the block, run a tap down through the hole, backed them out, lubricated them, and screwed in some other ones that we have here. And I get them out of other cylinder blocks that I'm not going to use, so I can use the head studs that have real good threads on both ends. Okay, what I'm going to do here is show you the difference between a regular head stud on cutting the threads and the ones that are replaced. These here went on a ways. Now this cutter is actually a snap-on that's out of their big kit that has a screw in the top of it, and it's split just a little bit. What I did was ground the top of this off so that I can use a socket on it.
yeah, should I throw oil on there?
No, I run them dry.
Run them dry?
Yep, they dig better. And they do a little squeak. That's telling me that it's digging some rust out of the threads.
Viewers would probably be like, put some oil on it.
Yeah.
I always oil.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to put some oil on it to stop the squeak. But I want to know that this cutter is cutting it and digging in.
It'll cut it. Probably cut it better with oil. But yeah, well, them are all new in there. Look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
See, this is the difference.
No reason to put all new studs in, right? If they're
Yeah, if you can get them on with new head bolts and this sticks through, and you put a washer on the head and then the new nut, be sure to lubricate this. Don't run them dry. This one here, I think I'm going to replace this one also. The lower studs on the engine block, or the bottom of the head,
those ones are shorter.
ones that are actually shorter. These you can screw on by hand. They got a little bit of rust on them, but not much. But the reason that they have stayed good, well, here we go. Have to back him off.
The reason them ones stayed good, you're saying?
Reason these stayed good was the nuts that hold the bottom of the head onto the engine block are covered.
So they're protected.
Yeah, they are protected. I'll use some lubrication on these and some lubrication inside of the studs themselves, or inside the nuts themselves, to put it together.
So this is Gary's nice wooden box here. He puts his cranks in when he takes them to the machine shop so they don't get banged around. This is that nitrated crank, and it was all within tolerances, so they just polished it and it's good to go. I did find out that if you did have to grind it down for bigger bearings, you lose the hardness in it. So really lucked out with this this here, and that was on a Monday. It was a very good day. Gary's like, you're lucky. He goes, save some money.
Big time.
Big time money. So let's save some big time money.
Yep.
All right. So you took that in yesterday.
I took this into S&S machine shop and had it cleaned, had it polished, and then they went through with a micrometer and checked this, and it's still within the tolerances of being standard. It's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, so 1/unders will make this too tight. So standard bearings is going to do the job.
And if they had to grind it, this hardened crank,
There'd be no more hardness on it.
No more hardness on it.
Nope.
So
it's going back in.
Going back in.
Yep.
There we go.
And a Corvair crankshaft box. Well, we had a
Bolt through with a nut, right?
right
Instead of a tapped.
It was drilled, and then they put a nut on the backside here to hold the oil pan. I took a punch and knocked out what was left of, and I think I still have it up here. Here's what was left of the 1/4 that was in the hole.
Oh, that was still in the hole.
That was
and they
still in the hole.
just drilled next to it and
Yep, and then run a
bolt through
and yeah, 1/4 hole, and then put a nut on the backside.
So they probably tried to drill it out and
missed.
Yep. And screwed it all up real good.
Yep.
So now you were going to have it welded,
but this,
you said aluminum's not clean. And
it's not really clean aluminum, so when you try to weld this stuff, it bubbles and does all kinds of weird stuff.
So the hole was too big to put a Healy coil in.
Right. It basically fell through.
So
we put a time cert in it, which is a outside diameter. It's 5/16, 24 or 20, something like that you screw in and knock the pieces down in there to hold it. So that'll hold the oil pan on all of the pieces.
just one little bigger bolt on oil pan.
No, it's the same size.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1/4.
All right, 1/4, same size.
1/4.
Just doesn't look. It just looks bigger because of the insert. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Same. It's fixed correct.
All right. Down inside of here, what I did was I cleaned a lot of the debris that's off from parts and pieces in there that's going to fall or get knocked off when putting the engine back together. Took it out loose on all of this stuff, so we have less debris as the engine is being put back together to go back together without having garbage and trash in the oil pan. The other thing that we did was we ran all of the, and I think we already have that on there where we did all of the all of the head studs.
And then you ran a tap through all the threads.
Ran a tap through all the threads, front, back, bottom, on both of them.
Then
Got that one cleaned up.
Gary cleaned this one up.
And it's broke.
And it's broke. It's got, let me see. Now you don't really see that until you clean it.
Right.
What they had did there was they had knocked a freeze plug in there and split it.
Yep.
So I have some more of these at home. I'll grab one and clean it up and see if it's good. Get it over here.
This one here, I did the same thing. The other half of the block. Got it all nice and cleaned up in here so there's no debris. And it's nice. Won't cut your finger. The other thing I did on this engine block was I drilled all of the block bolt holes and used a 29/64 that just does fit in there, and ran it through with a drill. So gets this all cleaned out on this end. So when we put it back together, we don't shove the block bolt through and get aluminum on the threads, which will keep it from giving us a good torque. And we want a good torque on this to hold the case together, because they are at 55 foot-pounds of torque. So want all that nice and clean. I even countersunk these just ever so slightly in the tops, so if it does grab some material, it's got a place for it to go. All these go here, buddy.
So you're not drilling out material, you're just cleaning out any burrs.
Right.
In there. Stuff that's gonna get snagged up on the threads and gum it up.
Right. The cleaner you can make these, the better the better your engine will be and live. And if we're going to spend any money, we want our money to live.
All right, it's been Christmas here, opening packages from Clark's. Gary's happy with the pistons.
Very happy.
Very happy. We didn't even know that they were Teflon coated, right?
Teflon coated.
Very pretty.
Beautiful. They did an awesome job on putting the connecting rod in the center of the piston at Clark's. Very good job. They're 30 overs. And these are the Clark's pistons.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was like $42, $43. When I put the order in for them, they're like, you want us to put them together for you?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yep, there they are. All
beautiful.
Packed real nice.
Yep. And connecting rods have new bolts, new nuts, and it looks as though they have been cut so that they are round. That takes a machine shop to do that. Beautiful job.
Yeah, they did offer used bolts, but I just it wasn't much more to have new ones in and be done.
Be done with it.
Be done.
Yep. And they just make a nicer job. And that's their
bearings.
Here's our harmonic balancer from Clark's. Still wrapped up. I haven't unwrapped it. Leave it in that.
Should I paint it or no?
Yeah, if you want to. Otherwise it'll rust.
Yeah, I can paint her up. Because we still have, this is Monday and Thursday, all the gaskets, the head gaskets,
Bolt kits.
yeah, all that's coming.
Yep.
We couldn't really order it till we had the crank and knew what we had to
Yeah.
get bearings. I did do a rush on the bearings again here a little sooner. And they were very nice over the phone.
These are used barrels that were cleaned up and bored so that the pistons will fit in here. Those are 30 over pistons, so these have been cut 30 over in here to make them nice and smooth so they last. And they did a beautiful job on these, in my estimation. Of course, I haven't pulled them all out of the bag, but from what I'm seeing here, beautiful job. Beautiful job.
And then
Happy with that.
take all the old stuff, put it back in the bags, put it back in a box,
And then it'll be out of here.
send it back to them and get a quarter charge.
Right.
They had fuel stipulations on it. They don't want them rusty and junk and some old junk you had laying outside. They
Right.
want usable stuff
Right.
that they can go ahead, clean up, and re-machine
Right.
to sell to the next customer.
Yep. So if you send them any cores back, please make sure that they are what came off from the engine,
Yeah, they're not going to want a bunch of mismatched.
rusted up pieces of crap.
Yeah.
Same way with the connecting rods. I'll probably even send them a couple of extras just in case.
They say something's not
Right.
up to their
Right.
standards.
Yeah.
There he's got these push rods here. He said these are all later model. He said the later models, the ends are a little different. You can tell the difference on them.
By a cone shape where the oil is in the end. Where the early models are just, they look like they are just rounded top
Not
with a hole.
okay.
And these are rounded top with a cone shaped, and the hole actually in the bottom is a little bit smaller than what they are in the top, so it will hold just a little bit of oil for on your initial startup. And if you'll notice here on your bearing set, we have two flange bearings which go on one of these will go on each side of the block. Then we have two bearings here that have marks on them. These go on the flywheel end, and these go in the center. Flywheel end is just a little bit different. It's got different numbers on it.
And we opted for the double flange,
Instead of the single.
meaning we would only got one with one flange and one kind of like
We're just like that.
that.
Right. All right, what I like to do here is double check, make sure that our whatever you want to call that, a guide, goes in the guide hole on this. That holds the bearing in spot. And I like to use a plastic handle to install the bearings. And you can feel when it's seated because it'll kick this one up just a hair. You can feel that with your finger. Now that one is done. Okay, now we're going to put in one with the paint on it, so we know it goes in on the flywheel end. Cool. Okay, now we can set the crankshaft in there.
This is what we're gonna use, assembly lube. What's
Right.
that stuff look like? And that's for all where your bearings go.
Yeah, anything where pieces move.
Okay. Does that help for startup and stuff
Oh yeah.
versus just putting grease in there, or I mean, oil, regular oil that would be in the motor?
I like this stuff better.
Smooth it all out on there. Make sure it's covered.
Yeah.
All right. Be watching my videos when I get to do the next one.
Yeah. Very nice.
Same thing again. Tap your bearings back in there.
Yep.
The end of a plastic end of a screwdriver.
And again, we got to double check, make sure we have the mark for the flywheel end.
You said that's a little different. Was
The bearing is different.
Is it thicker or is it just?
It's a little bit thicker.
Was she looking pretty good?
Yes. Looking awesome.
Again, assembly lube. How many motors do you think you rebuilt over the years?
Shit. Probably over 100.
Over 100?
Yeah.
Well, this is the fun process here. It's all the cleaning and prepping is the
Yeah.
junk work.
Time consuming.
All right, now we're
Putting lube in the cam bearings. It's in block.
all right.
This here is a GM 304. Last design for the Corvair.
That's what everybody even said to use
Yep.
this cam. And like I was saying, Bill in Tucson said he talks more high performance that
Yeah.
they
Drill and put a screw in it.
are screwing in. You said some of them have metal
A metal piece that goes on here.
on there, but I
Yeah.
thought over the gears you said
No, over this.
Oh, over this, okay.
To hold it tighter.
Okay. What about the one that's in that motor you built that's at my place, that 140? I thought you said something about the gear.
Yeah. It will have, it's called a fail-safe cam gear. Clark sells them.
And it's just basically metal coated over the tops, or metal gear?
No, it's a piece of steel that you heat up to make wider, and then slide it onto that, and then when it cools, it'll clamp onto it.
Okay.
The fail-safe gear is a this is sand cast, and the other is forged.
Forged, okay.
Yeah. Okay, now we got to line up our hole. So we have our hole, or our mark is right there by my thumb.
Okay, correct.
And that's got to go into the spot on the crank. And I got to find him. And I think right there is him.
That little mark on the crank, okay.
Mm.
Went back that way, then.
Oh, right here. See, it's a 0.
Yep.
See it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's what we got to line up. And that, there it goes.
Okay, there's your timing mark right on the gear of your cam, that circle, 0. And when you turn it up, so now that's to the top of that gear, kinda. So it is, which you can't really almost even see in here, but we know it's to the,
It's through the hole. You
through
can
the hole,
see,
and
you can see it.
it's pretty much hard to see, but it's right there.
Yep.
Then, without me jiggling around too much, if we go around here, we've got the 0 stamped right there.
Yep.
So that's it. Well, if you look there, you even see it there. It lines up. Okay, Gary's got the cam in, and it is lined up. It's kind of hard to see to get that that circle stamped on there, and the circle stamp, it's just above a gear over here, and you gotta look through the hole, but it lines up. It lines up, and that's the way it's got to be. And he's got her all lined up beautifully. Put assembly lube on all the lobes.
Yep.
And we'll just make sure we had the 2 pins in there.
Yep.
One on each side.
Okay, the hard part of putting these 2 pieces together is getting the camshaft washer into the camshaft washer spot on the block.
Okay, camshaft washer right there. Into right there.
Right.
Because she's got to be straight down, right? Dead on.
Yep, it's got to be plopped in and then straight down. So, okay,
We'll get you a nice,
block bolts.
We'll get you a nice
It's
brass
together.
hammer. I like brass.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Okay.
Now, where did I put block bolts? All right, I've cleaned these, but they still got some crap on them. So I'm gonna throw a wire wheel on them and get them a little cleaner.
These are the block bolts.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Now Gary's putting the block bolts in. He said they go one direction only, right? They always go. What, from the driver's side to the passenger side?
Yeah.
Is that how you want to say it?
Yeah. You could put them in the other way, but almost a pain in the ass to do it backwards.
Okay.
Almost.
And
Come on.
now you said there's a torque of what on these?
55.
55. Is there a pattern? You got to stagger, and when you
Stagger them and take them in 10 increments, and then turn the crank. All right, we got block bolts in, we got them oiled, and we got them tightened as probably about 30-35 foot-pounds
just snug a little bit,
get them nice and snug.
make sure the block closed up nice.
Right,
Okay.
right.
You put
And then I put a turner on there, and you can see it turns very nice. And that's what we want, a nice and smooth is what we want. Okay, we're going to start off with 30 foot-pounds.
top one.
I don't think we'll need it, but
Okay.
if we do, then
Okay, I'll see.
okay. All right, we're 35 there.
And here's
Crosshatch pattern. Okay. Top. And bottom. Ouch. Pinch. Top of this one here. The top. Okay, now we're going to go 40. We're going to start on a Instead of this one, I'm going to start on this one because this one I did at 30, and I did all of these at 30, but I started with this one. So I'm going to start with this one. Oop.
See, let's keep going.
A lot of casting flaws in it, isn't there?
Well, I've seen this casting hole here, half of it's blocked.
Yeah.
That could have been cleaned out, right?
That could have been re-drilled.
Yeah. Well, like
But we didn't do it. All right, going back over them just because I can. Makes me feel better. Now we're going to go to 55. There's 50. 4, 5. Final on it. And go back over them. Done deal.
Done deal. I got a question. I got a bunch of motors laying around. Some of these were bent a little bit. Is that compromised now if I bend them back?
Right.
So
Replace them.
replace them. All right, now we're gonna
Turn your
we
crank.
just tightened everything up.
Yep.
And there she goes.
Nice and smooth as it did before. Got to remember, there isn't any oil on it, so don't get carried away. Just a little bit of assembly lube in it.
Okay.
Was it as nice?
Feels tight kind of at first a little bit.
Right, and it should have.
Okay, and then it like
Right.
went smoother.
Right.
It's nice and snug,
Yeah.
but smooth.
See, now that you look, since I didn't lay my hands on it, you know what it feels like
At first,
when you do it.
yeah, because at first it's a little
A little tight.
tight, and then it's nice and smooth then.
Right.